Welcome to The Rite of Passage with Vanessa Riley, the podcast where storytelling meets passion and every page turns into a new adventure. I'm your host, Vanessa Riley, and together we'll dive deep into untold histories, reflect on current events through a historical lens, share behind-the-scenes writing insights, and explore the ups and downs of the author's journey. From rich historical novels to unforgettable characters to pop culture's intrusion on the written word, hey, we're going to explore it all. So grab your pen, your notebook, and let's begin our journey through the written word. Let's start your rite of passage. How to let go. Whenever I finish writing a manuscript, there's always this unexpected wave of sadness that hits me. It shouldn't be unexpected. I mean, this is kind of like 27, 28 books. But yes, you heard me. Sadness. Because now I'm done with these characters. Characters I've lived with for 3, sometimes 4 months. Characters whose voices echoed in my head, who made me laugh, who made me cry, and made me question everything. And once I've typed the end, there's a sudden stillness, and in the silence creep doubts. Could I've done this better? What if I've added one more scene? Did I do them justice? But here's the truth. You need to let go. You need to let it sit. You need space. You need time. You need to send it off to your editor or beta reader or mother and let someone else hold the story for a while because you've been holding it close for too long. And when it comes back, marked with notes, questions, maybe even a few praises, you'll be ready. You'll have distance and perspective to guide you. Still, I get a little sad because I've grown attached. My brain still wants to write more scenes, dream up alternative endings, give side characters more airtime. But the book is done when it's done. There's no need to stretch a moment or linger more than necessary. With The Deal of Dawn, I've wrapped up the Betting Against the Duke series. It's been a journey. A Gamble at Sunset was Georgina's story, a fake courtship that turned into something real when she found her voice. A Wager at Midnight followed Scarlett, a woman fighting for public health alongside a handsome doctor. And the complicated Duke we've come to love. But A Deal at Dawn, this one's different. It's a second chance romance, but one that deals with what happens when forgiveness feels impossible, when tomorrow isn't promised. It asks, what does happily ever look like when you're living with chronic, debilitating illness? Maybe that's why this book lingered. Because it's heavy. It's real with, of course, my trademark foolishness thrown in. I want to be respectful to those finding themselves in this position. I want to tell a story that isn't often told in historical romance. A story about 2 people, Jaleel and Catherine, who've made serious, tragic mistakes, who are struggling, and yet still worthy of love. It was hard to write, but I think you're going to feel every bit of it. Now that manuscript is done, I ask myself, what comes next? The summer months are my time to dig into the wish list projects. Those ideas that won't let go. Stories that whisper in the back of my mind. The ones I dream about while I'm supposed to be sleeping. Between conferences, revisions, and promo, it's my time to play again. But it's also hard not to look around at the world and feel the weight of everything. We're pretty cooked. The news, it's bleak. Protests are erupting. People suffering from natural disasters are being ignored. Prices rise. Patience runs low. It's like we're all trapped in Satan's pressure cooker. I don't want to be chopped steak. I want off the menu. Please rewind the clock to a time when we were all filet mignon, delectable, tender by nature, and expensive by choice. But I watched a reel the other day, just a young woman speaking the truth. She said, if our ancestors survived war, enslavement, displacement, disease, if they survived laws written to break their spirits, then so can we. And she's right. We have survived darker days. So I have faith that we're going to get our acts together. That somehow everything will shake out. That it's going to be okay again. So take a deep breath with me. Everything is going to be all right. But in the meantime, preserve your mental health. Hold close the things and people you cherish. And let yourself rest. You've done a lot. You are doing a lot. And then, when you're ready, start asking, what's next? What project is going to consume you for the next 3 to 4 months? Which story or idea wakes you up early? What is it that keeps tugging at your thoughts like a child in want of attention? It needs nurturing. It needs your love to be poured into it. It cries out for your energy and clutches at your heart until it's finally complete. That's where I'm headed. That's what I'm looking for right now. Even while revising, promoting, preparing for launch days, I'm dreaming of that next passion. And speaking of what's next, I've been talking a lot about Fire, Sword, and Sea. We're getting closer to a cover reveal, and I can't wait for you to see how that story shaped up. It's going to be a wild ride. So I'll leave you with this. Don't give up. Find that passion. Let it move you, stretch you, heal you. And when it shows up, let it consume you in the best possible ways. Books to help us let go are Still Writing, The Perils and Pleasures of a Creative Life by Dani Shapiro. It's a deeply personal meditation on writing, grief, self-doubt, and creative renewal. Bird by Bird by Anne Lamott. This is a classic that embraces imperfection, persistence, and yes, the sadness and relief of finishing a project. Ordinary Notes by Christina Sharp is not a traditional writing craft book, but it's deeply reflective, exploring memory, loss, Black life, and the power of language. It's perfect for writers processing the emotional weight of finishing something. This week, I'm highlighting Detroit Book City through their website and bookshop.org. Help me build momentum for Fire, Sword, and Sea. Spread the word and pre-order this disruptive narrative about female pirates in the 1600s. This sweeping saga releases January 13th, 2026. The link on my website shows retailers large and small who have set up pre-orders. Show notes include a list of the books mentioned in this broadcast. You can find my notes on Substack or on my website, vanessariley.com, under the podcast link in the About tab. Enjoying the vibe? Go ahead and like this episode and subscribe to Rite of Passage so you never miss a moment. Thank you for listening. Hopefully you'll come again. This is Vanessa Riley.